Hello, this is Masamaki 21 here with another video update for you guys. Today is December 3rd, 2012, and I'm here to let you guys know about my Let's Plays, my YouTube partnership that I've been working on, my live stream channel, which is on Twitch, if you guys didn't know that, what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks since I did the last update, and that's pretty much it. So let's start off with Let's Plays, the important main reason why I do these videos. So as you guys know, I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible. As you guys know, Let's Plays, the current Let's Plays that I'm working on: Yakuza 3 Ultimate Commentary Edition in HD, and The Walking Dead. Yakuza 3, favorite PS3 game to me, and it's like the best PS3 game I've played. So I thought I'd do some more recordings of it this month. I know I said I was gonna do some recordings last month, and I said this, that, these, and those, but this month is a definite because my friend is supposed to be coming over, and when he comes over, we're gonna just do some recordings of it. And I think it'll be much better that way than just me doing it by myself. If we can do like a co-commentary thing like we did the last time we did a Let's Play co-commentary. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And The Walking Dead, as you guys know, will not be continued, at least for the time being, until I can get the next parts. I said this in other Let's Play videos. Can't continue it seeing as I don't have the parts. And I think they finished the series now, so Telltale Games is done with it. They've done all 5 episodes, I believe. But obviously the game isn't done being, the franchise isn't done being milked, because Activision is supposed to be coming out with a Walking Dead. I think it's supposed to be like a first-person shooter or something like that. So basically, be prepared for zombies mode from Black Ops. So it's pretty much going to be Black Ops minus the Black Ops and just the zombie mode. So I have a feeling that's how it's going to be. So we'll see what happens. I have high hopes because I am a zombie fanatic. I love anything. Well, not anything, but I love zombies. I was going to say I love anything with zombies in it, but that's not true. But I do love zombies. I love the culture. I love the genre in movies, the zombie genre in movies. I love the video games. I love the comics. I love the books. So I have high hopes for it. Just like how I had high hopes for Dead Island. I had very high hopes for Dead Island, but that game bombed. So I have high hopes for the newest installment. What's it called? Riptide? The Dead Island Riptide. I have high hopes for that. So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be a sequel. I remember reading it in one of the Game Informers. It's supposed to be a sequel, but it doesn't have. I think there's just going to be the same 4 survivors, and I think they're going to be adding 1 new one. So there's going to be 5 people to pick from, I guess. Either that, or there's just going to be a new character on the side that you can't even play as, or they're probably just going to put like a separate campaign for him, like they did with Rider White, which I never even played because it was a single-player campaign, and I thought, why even put that in there? The game is built on co-op gameplay. Why put a single-player mode into it? I never really understood that. Most people will even play the game by themselves, and I never really understood that, because like, if you do that, you're not enjoying the game to its full purpose. Like it's supposed to be played with other people to get the maximum fun out of the game. You got to play with other people and experience that survive with your teammates type thing, which is why I love Left 4 Dead, because it's filled with teamwork, and if you don't work together, you're pretty much gonna lose the game. So I like co-op games. I like the teamwork. So I'm hoping, as I said, I know I just like strayed so far out, but I'm really hoping this Walking Dead from Activision does well. But anyway, moving on, live stream. As you guys know, I do live streams on twitch.tv. I pretty much try to do one every day, and I do different stuff. I do video games. For the most part, I do video games, but I also do art. I like to draw on my live stream. I do TV shows and movies as well. I haven't done any on my new channel, but on my old channel I used to do it, and I really want to get back into doing the movies thing, seeing as I was just talking about zombies. I want to do horror movies again. Japanese horror, of course, because nudity is not allowed, and most Hollywood-based horror movies have nudity in them, and it's not even tasteful nudity. There's like two types of nudity. There's nudity just for the sake of nudity, and then there's tasteful nudity. And Japanese horror, if you see nudity in Japanese horror, for the most part, it's just tasteful nudity. You won't see like a chick just getting naked for the sake of getting naked, like most horror movies in the American culture have. Like we get horror movies, and there's always a chick who takes her top off, or there are a bunch of like young adults hanging out by a creek or something, and they're in their bikinis and swim trunks, and the chicks just start getting naked and getting in the water, stuff like that. That we get a lot of that, which is terrible. There's like you seriously can't watch a movie a horror movie that comes out without like someone getting naked or half naked or some form of naked, which is terrible. So I like to go and watch Japanese horror because they don't use that type of thing to get like people to notice their movies. Like I'm guessing that's like it's like a gimmick to keep your attention in the movie, because you're like, oh, boobies, maybe they'll show some more, and you just keep watching, and they never do, and the movie sucks. But they throw in that one naked chick, and it holds your attention, hoping for more, and it never happens. But yeah, I want to be able to get back on my my movies, get some Japanese horror movies going. I'm gonna try and find some and start showing. I used to do it like every night on my old channel, every night after I finished playing games, and I put a horror movie on, and me and some people would just watch and enjoy it. So hopefully I can get back on that again, and you guys can come on over and watch if you like. I do enjoy Japanese horror, and I'm pretty sure you guys will like it too. It's a very great culture. But anyway, moving on. As you guys know, I love me some games. I recently got back into GameFly again. They gave me like a 1 month free thing. They send you that in the mail sometimes. They want you back, and they say, hey, you get a free month and blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I'll use it. Free month, get 2 games for that month. Try a few games out and see how that goes. As you can see on the screen, what's been showing is, if you didn't know this already, it's Dragon's Dogma. It's one of the games that I've rented from GameFly since I restarted my membership. Another game I rented was Hitman Absolution, which came out, I think, Tuesday? Last week, Tuesday? So that game is still pretty much new. It's not even a week old yet. Tomorrow it'll be a week old. But anyway. The last 11 days I've been playing Dragon's Dogma, and this game has been pretty much taking up all my time. So before I played Dragon's Dogma, I think I played Hitman, and I played Hitman I think 2 or 3 days. Really short game. I finished it in like 2 or 3 days, and I think it has 20 levels. The way how the levels are set up, really great. The whole different ways of killing people is pretty cool. I enjoyed the game. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the best game I played, but it wasn't bad for a stealth game, at least, because I'm not really into stealth games because I suck at them. I'm terrible at stealth games, so I try my best not to play them. Even though I did play Dishonored, and I didn't do too bad at Dishonored. I was pretty sneaky at Dishonored, and but Hitman Absolution, it was my first Hitman game as well, and I went in not really knowing much on how to play the game. The game does a decent job of teaching you how to play, though, so I didn't have too much of a problem. I did abuse the instinct a lot, though. Like, if I was playing on normal, just to let you guys know, you obviously see I'm not that great at stealth. I've played stealth games before. As I said, I played Dishonored. I was pretty decent at that, but I didn't play Dishonored on the hardest level. I played Metal Gear Solid. I played all the Metal Gear Solids, but like I was never really sneaky in Metal Gear Solid. Like, what I did was every time I played, like, I played all of them, and I remember running around in Metal Gear Solid 3 and pretty much smashing everybody's face into the ground because I could not sneak. So what I would do is just knock everybody out, either choke them out or just grab them, CQC them, and smash their face into the ground. And it works pretty well. You don't have to sneak. So I went into Absolution not really being a decent silent assassin, but the game was pretty decent. I didn't do terrible. I did pretty well, and the game has this little rating score thing. I don't know if it was in the older ones, but this one has like a rating system, a scoring system where you play, and depending on how you handle the game on the levels, it'll give you a score. So like if you go into the game and you kill someone with your gun, and it could be like, let's say you kill a pedestrian, a regular person you didn't have to kill, you'll lose points. If you kill someone, you'll lose points. But the thing is, like, if you hide the body, you'll gain points. So basically, like, if you choke somebody out, if they're a target or if they're an enemy, you choke them out, you'll lose points. But if you hide them, you'll gain those points back. So, and you also get points for, like, doing an assassination kill and stuff like that. So you lose points, but you gain them back. And when you kill a target, you gain even more points. Hide the body, you gain points. So at the end of each level, the game tallies up what you did, how you did everything, and it gives you an end score. And pretty much the game shows, I think it shows like the highest score of whoever had the highest score on your friends list. It shows them at like the very top, and then it shows the average worldwide, and it shows the average of whichever region you're living in. So I lived in the US, so it showed the average score that people in the US got. So basically, like, as I'm playing, like, I wouldn't normally do this for a game, but as I'm playing, I see the score of my friend and I'm like, I gotta beat that. and the game drives me to playing that level multiple times until I like do everything I can as perfect as possible. So like if I mess up, if somebody spots me or something like that, I'm instantly gonna restart from the last checkpoint because I don't want to get a shitty score. So if somebody spots me, last checkpoint. I kill somebody I didn't have to kill, last checkpoint. Body gets found, last checkpoint. So I pretty much went through the whole game doing that. It was a pretty decent game, as I said before. A very good stealth type game. I know I've played other games like Assassin's Creed. I never really understood Assassin's Creed. I thought, like, when I first played Assassin's Creed, I thought it was cool. I played the first one. I thought it was cool. I see, like, I've played the Brotherhood. I've played Assassin's Creed 2. I played Brotherhood. I've seen Revelations. I've seen Assassin's Creed 3. Like, after the first one, like, the first one didn't even really make sense. But after that, you really notice it doesn't make any sense in terms of you being an assassin, because you're not really sneaking around. You're a guy in, like, all white. How can you be an assassin wearing all white and you're supposed to be sneaky? At least in Hitman, like, I don't know why I'm comparing these, but at least in Hitman, like, you disguise yourself. You become one with the crowd. And in Assassin's Creed, like, you sort of do become one with the crowd, but it doesn't really make any sense because you're so noticeable because you're wearing that whole white getup with your Assassin's Creed logo all over you. So it's kind of hard for people not to notice who you are. Like, it's an automatic, that's an assassin. He has, like, the assassin logo tattooed all over his face. He has it all over his clothes. I mean, in Assassin's Creed 3, the dude has it on his damn tomahawk, and he has it on his clothes, and he's wearing all white, and it doesn't make, what I'm trying to say, it doesn't make any sense to me, how the game has, like, no stealth whatsoever in Assassin's Creed, and you're supposed to be an assassin, and there's no stealth. Like, you can hop on rooftops and whatnot, but there are guys up there, and it's not really like you're hiding. Like, you can hide in hail bays, and what I'm trying to say, it doesn't feel very stealthy in terms of, like, when I think assassin, I think stealth, and Assassin's Creed doesn't really give that stealth feeling, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I like deviated so far. Dragon's Dogma. It's on the screen, as I said. Like, I played this game 11 days straight. One of the best RPG games I've played this year. I don't say that a lot for RPG games. I'd say this is like the best RPG game of 2012, in my opinion. I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but I enjoyed Dragon's Dogma so much. I played the hell out of this game. I got all the achievements in it, and I don't normally sit down and get all the achievements in a game, because usually a game will just kind of lose my interest after a while. But Dragon's Dogma has so much content, and that's the type of thing I like to see in games that I play. Like, if I play a game and it's short and quick, it doesn't really fulfill that whole gaming need. But like Hitman, it was short and quick. I did play it on normal, but the levels were pretty short. Some levels were just like 1-2 and you're done. You didn't really have to do much. It's like 1-2 and you're done, and you just leave. And I didn't really understand why those were considered levels, but they were levels. But anyway, Dragon's Dogma, so much content. The story it's kind of like certain points just don't make any sense. The ending will probably frustrate you, like it did me. Like at least close to the ending, after you like defeat a certain enemy, you're gonna be frustrated how certain people treat you. At least I was when I got to the ending. And I was a little mad, but other than that, it's a pretty decent game. The combat system is great. The different classes that you can pick are excellent. The game gives you so much variety, so many different weapons to try out. I haven't even used all the weapons since I've played the game, but because I haven't played as all of the different vocations or classes. But for the most part, I played as like the ones I liked. So I think there's like 9. There's fighter, strider, mage, warrior, mystic knight, sorcerer, ranger, mystic archer, assassin. Yeah, there's 9. And strider's like the assassin type guy, the quick daggers using bow. Fighter is the guy who uses the sword and the shield. Mage uses the staff and does like the defensive type spells for healing your teammates and giving them different elements on their weapons during battle, and whatnot. There's the sorcerer, which does offensive spells that attack the enemy, like fireballs and meteors and stuff like that. There's the mystic knight that has a magic shield and magic weapon. Anybody can pretty much use a magic weapon, but they have magic shields and they can cast spells and whatnot and do different things. Same with the mystic archer. They have daggers just like the assassin type, and they can use magic bows which shoot different types of elements out of them instead of using actual arrows. And there's the ranger, which has a long bow instead of a regular bow. Striders have regular bows. And there's the assassin, which is a combination of a fighter and a strider. So you got your daggers, your bows, your swords, shields, stuff like that. So like every vocation has like a different set of skills that you can use. Some of these skills are used between different classes, but there are some skills that are only for that class, which is really cool. So like I enjoy playing as a strider, running, jumping, climbing on things. Like the fighting in this game is so great because I love climbing on things. There's like so many different types of boss battles that happen in this game. Like they're not boss battles, they're like we call them mini bosses, like regular enemies that you'll meet out in the field as you're traveling from place to place, because there's a lot of traveling in this game. You're gonna have to do a lot of walking, so you'll run into like little enemies here and there, and they're like bigger enemies that you'll run into, like ogres, golems, cyclopses. You'll run into chimeras, griffins, dragons. And the fighting, I love how the fighting is done in this game, because like once you come to something that big, you're like, how am I gonna fight this thing? And basically what you gotta do is you gotta climb on the thing and just start hacking at it at different spots. You gotta find its weak points, hack at those weak points, which is what I'm pretty much doing in the video. I'm fighting the dragon, which is like another boss that you can fight. You don't have to fight it, it's an optional boss. It's in a certain area, you go to it, and it's pretty much like it's like a mass boss, pretty much. I don't know how what these things are called, but basically everybody in their own game is fighting it, and the damage that you do and everybody else does is accumulated and added up together until the dragon finally dies. And once you kill it, you get some awesome loot, you get awesome money and stuff like that. And I'm currently fighting it offline just to kill it faster. I didn't actually kill it in the recording, but I just wanted to get a video up just showing some gameplay, because I love how the game plays. And I have you get your own pawn, you create like your own little follower that always follows you. They can be whatever vocation you want them to be, and then you can get 2 more pawns that other people make and join your party, and you pretty much run around and take on different quests and whatnot. It's as I've been saying it so many times, it's a really fun game. The only downside is the traveling, because you have to walk everywhere, which is terrible. When you first play, the only place that you can teleport to, because you can use like a fast travel system, and the only place that you can do that to is like the main capital of the whole place. The map is huge, so traveling is to get from like one end to the other, it'll probably take you like a good 30-40 minutes real time. Because of how big it is, I don't see why you would want to travel from one, or it might even take longer than that. I never actually tested this, but I'm just trying to say it's a really big map, and your character does get tired very frequently. So when you start running, you do lose stamina, and after like 30-40 seconds, you're tired. You have to stop, unless you have items in your inventory that'll give you more stamina. But for the most part, you probably don't. You do get weighed down by inventory, which is really cool. I like that as well. So if you got more stuff on you, you're gonna run slower. You're gonna use up more stamina as you run. I thought it was really cool how the game did that, and overall, it's a really great game. Just the only problem I really had was the traveling. After the first playthrough, though, the game does give you the option to buy these things called port crystals. You can place them down anywhere you want, and you can just fast travel to the port crystals. So that's a pretty nice thing. So if you do want to continue playing the game over multiple playthroughs, because you can, the game does have New Game Plus. So after you finish your first playthrough, you can start New Game Plus. You get all your equipment that you had in your first playthrough, all the gear and everything, all the items, and you keep your same level, and you just play through the game again just like you normally did the first time, except it'll be a lot easier because you're a lot stronger now. I finished the game at level 80 after my second playthrough. I was level 80, so I'm the highest out of my friends. I know there are a lot of people who are like 10 times higher than me. Well, not 10 times. I think the max level is 200, but I'm 80, so I'm good where I'm at. I'm probably not going to play the game again, but I would recommend this to anybody I know who loves RPG games. The battles in this thing are great. Fighting and climbing on things are great. I love the dragon fights. I love the griffin fights, especially when they fly up into the air and you're just clinging onto them, hacking at them, trying to get them to go back down, because if you fall, you're gonna die once you hit the floor. But it's a very interesting game. I'd gladly buy it. As I said, I rented it from GameFly, but I'd gladly go out and spend the money on it just because of how good it is. I want to hold on to it, though, so when my friend comes over, I want him to try it out, see if he likes it, too. I know he will, because he tried Two Worlds 2 out, and he liked that as well, which is another great game that I played. I talked about a while back. But that's pretty much it. I just want to let you guys know what was going on in terms of all my stuff that I've been working on this game. As I said, if you haven't played this, give it a try. You will most likely love it. If you played Skyrim, you will love this game better than Skyrim. I'm telling you right now. It's there's so much here. It probably doesn't have as much content as Skyrim does, because I've never actually played through Skyrim. I've never even played Skyrim. I have Skyrim though, which is kind of weird. But you will love the battles in this game. Fighting dragons is this. I'm pretty sure is better than fighting dragons in Skyrim. Because I'm positive you can't grab onto dragons in Skyrim and cling onto them and fight them in midair. But anyway, this has been Masamaki 21. Thanks for watching. As I said, I will try to get some new Let's Play videos out in the next couple of days. I'll get some recordings done in the next couple of days, and I'll try to get some new ones up this month. But anyway, this has been Masamaki 21. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.